boys and girls, back by popular demand. I hope everything is fine with you. We have more time here to talk to you about several different things which we think is going to be very interesting. First, I am going to work out right now, but before I want to show you something. Bananas, probably your best friend while you're working out. Excuse me. Fantastic. I just love bananas. Potassium, lots of good stuff. Working out, it's great. Another thing is great, water. Don't forget it. Water is very important. A lot of people forget about water. During summertime, it's not too hard to remember water. But when it gets cooler, well, yeah, we forget about water because it just doesn't, seem so hot. But what do you have to do? You have to make sure that you hydrate properly throughout the day. That's right. For muscle growing, water, it's very, very important. Very important. Anyhow, hope everything is fine with you guys. And yesterday I was working out and I was thinking, I started working out last century. It's pretty scary stuff. So the idea is time is going to fly, especially when you're having fun. And if you're young, trust me, 50 is right around the corner. There's nothing. Time flies, really. So in my opinion, what you have to do is make sure that you stay in shape throughout the years and get better if you can. Get better if you can. Working out is probably, for me, a psychological kind of thing, For a lot of people, I guess it's the same. But sometimes you don't feel like going to the gym. Sometimes you just, it's like, oh, damn, some days, the stuff around us gets our mind all messed up and, we just don't know if we're gonna, I'll do it tomorrow. The best way to get rid of that thought is to replace it with a better thought. For instance, if you don't work out, you're going to feel very bad afterwards. Meaning, I won't work out today, and then later on tonight, when you wake up tomorrow morning, you go, oh, damn it, I should have gone work out. And the thing about bad things is, the more you do them, the easier it is to do it again. So you want to make sure that you don't want to get accustomed or used to missing your workouts, because that could be a problem. It develops into a bad habit, and bad habits are hard to break. So I think you should become somewhat of a paranoid freak when it comes to working out. Because it's much more than the looks, It's much more than that. It has a lot to do with your mind and your mindset and how you look at things and how you go about getting things done and how you go about achieving your goals and getting to where you want to go. So I think I know working out is probably going to keep you sane for the next 40, 50 years, should you live that long, and I hope you do. Way more. I'm going to go for the 120s. Let's see if it happens. I'm 54, so maybe you'll happen. Maybe it won't. Let's see. We'll find out. Well, guys, I want to tell you something. I was reading a post by Brad Schoenfeld. And if you don't know who Brad Schoenfeld is, you should look it up. Look it up on Google. Fantastic scientist, but a hands-on scientist. He works out. He's got a lot of experience. Guy's a pro. Knowledge, incredible. And he posted something on Facebook that was pretty interesting regarding a study that's coming out that he worked on. And it has to do with the pre-exhaustion principle. And Joe Weider, way back then, old Joey, he used a lot of principles and created a lot of them. They're still in use today by most bodybuilders who know something, a thing or two. And of course, the old timers like myself. And the pre-exhaustion principle is something that, we always wondered, we're going to get a muscle, tired before we work it out. I mean, is this really going to work? And what Brett did is he tested that theory in a study. And he hasn't been published yet, but he will. And he gave us a little hint of what's to come. And the summary is that if you do pre-exhaust your muscle, okay, you will generate hypertrophy, by increasing the volume of your work. Even if it is with lesser weight. I love the guy's work. It's pretty good. If you don't know his work, do follow him on Facebook. And Alan Aragon is another guy that's pretty good too. And I would recommend reading about this because it makes a big difference in the long run. How you attack your weights and how you apply your theories and your knowledge. Knowledge is power. And when it comes to bodybuilding, knowledge is growth. Talking about growth, working out without the right type of protein, bad news. People are absolutely in love with whey. I do not drink or take whey, period. End of the story. I like blends. I love blends. I like the fast stuff depending on the situation. If I'm working out, I want my fast protein with my creatine right there and then throughout my workout. It works best for me. It has worked best for me for years. I tried everything before, and for me, that's what works. Not after, not before, during. Fast protein or free-form aminos, but fast protein, hydroproteins like salmon protein or hydrolyzed casein like Pepto Pro or a mix, right? We have several mixes. If you go to the website, and I recommend you go read the stuff that's there. You don't have to buy anything, but just go there and spend some time reading. Every day we're adding more, studies and more knowledge to the site, so you can go there and read about it. If you go there and read about it, you will learn a lot about proteins, different types of proteins, and also the different types of combinations that you can make in order to get that special blend that will work for you. Fantastic. I'm actually addicted to protein and protein blends and mixes. And I'm addicted to good stuff. That's why we don't use any fillers or flavors, with the exception of the creatines. Well, guys, that's it. Go Villela.com or VilellaSports.com. Go check it out to read. You don't have to buy anything. Knowledge is power. We'll be back tomorrow. Until then, be good, do good, and most of all, be safe. And support our troops. Support our troops and our law enforcement. They keep us safe. They're the good guys. They're the barrier between us and the bad guys. Stay safe. Peace.